All right, guys, good morning to you once again. Today is 10th of March 2022. Today is Thursday. Now you can see that my entire picture collage itself is primary on the crude oil prices. Now, if you still don't know what happened in the world, well, you should have seen a lot of people driving their cars to the petrol station and been pumping oil. I heard some people literally go every single day so that they can get the best deal before the next uptick. But the thing is this, yesterday alone, a single day alone, all right, the crude oil did the same thing that what happened in 1987, where the Wall Street down 21%. Crude oil actually came down 20% in a single flush down from yesterday's high to the low end. By the end of the day itself was down by 15%. In the midterm of it, it was down 17% on average. So what actually happened and created the crude oil? So now, let me ask you this, guys. The war in Ukraine is still happening, all right? Inflation is still moving up. So the question is this, why do you think that the crude oil price cratered yesterday? Can you tell me now, everybody? Let me hear you guys. What do you think? What causes this to happen? Why would the crude oil price plunge down so much in your opinion? Yeah, let me hear you guys. Please write it down so I can see. Now, it's very important for you guys to participate so that we can actually learn something together. Who knows, I may not know things that you know, and I can learn from you, right? So that is the way we do this. Yeah, come on. Let me see what is there, something that I miss out so that we can learn from one another, yeah? Okay. Okay, Brian says that market need a breather. Okay, fair enough. Colleen say, oh, Colleen, good to see you once again. Good to see you, Colleen. All right, Ukraine decide not to join NATO. That is one of the primary reasons, that's for sure. Dennis says that's profit taking from the boys, I believe. That's the word you mentioned, the boys, yeah? Okay. And Michael says that Europe and Israel release more oil. Sean is one of them also. War is over by Daniel, maybe, possible. Someone released the reserve, I believe so, Chongming. Manipulation, Anthony. Someone released oil reserve by Joe. Oil prices are highly manipulated. No logical can explain the movement. Okay. Fred. Okay. Louis released by Ram reserve by countries. Colin, now you're free, yeah? Good. I hope that you're enjoying your little buddy at home. All right, Ray Young says that US banned import of Russian oil, but EU did not, plus country also releasing some of the oil reserve, overbought by Andy. All right, stop hunt by stop loss. Okay, all right, so we have many good reasons shared by you guys. So you can see that we are very interactive here. So I actually want you guys to participate. Very cool. All right, there are many reasons. I can share with you a lot, but let's just go to it right now. Yeah. Okay. Now, before we go to that, the self-disclaimer apply as usual. My job is to give you what I feel the market. Your job is to listen to it and then do your own assessment to it and trade accordingly. Okay. Now, remember just about 2 years ago, right? You can see that crude oil price plunged all the way down to zero. Remember? Now, that time the Wex's Texas immediate crude oil came all the way down from $100 went down to $50 to down $30 to down zero. Now, in case for some people who don't remember that, okay, I'm going to help you now with this. Hold on, give me a minute. Hold on, let me just bring it up for you in case you didn't know that. Okay, so this is the crude oil price right now in front of your in front, and let me just bring it smaller. You don't see that, right? Okay, gonna push it up a little bit, tighten the sides, push again. Now, there we go. Now, if you didn't know this is all right, if you didn't know this, okay, during 2020, just 2 years ago, crude oil actually went down to zero. I'm not kidding you, it really went down to zero. Yes, it really went down to zero. That was incredible. It really went down to zero. In fact, the futures price went down to minus $31 at one stage itself. $31, oh my goodness. Think about this. But of course, we wouldn't be able to buy because it was the futures price and they didn't allow trading by the retailer by then. But the crude oil price really went down to zero level, yeah, on the cash market. In fact, it's only 2 years ago, if you notice that. So think about this as well, right? Look at, you must be very surprised that, right, at the time itself, many big boys went in to buy a lot of crude oil. So from crude oil price itself, from here, you can see right now, basically, right, you went all the way up, very strong and evidently going up. Can you see that? Yes? Okay. Now I'm going to give you a tip of the day itself, right? Watch this, everybody. Tip of the day, watch, yeah? Now, from this point here itself, okay, I look at downwards, I look at RSI reading, okay, RSI reading, okay. So you can see over here itself, this is actually the area that's below 30, okay. Now, I want you to take notice of this, okay. Look at this point here now, look at this point here now, and look at this point here now. Now, this is A, this is B, this is C, and this is D, all right. So what am I drawing is, I want you now to look at it from another angle and look at it from this point of view. All right, can you take a look right now? Okay, what you can see is evidently clear that, okay, that this is very important, yeah, that the market, right, for B1 is higher than A1. Can you see that? Right, we're talking about common points right now on the RSI. We don't care how deep the RSI went. It's just basically once it triggered the 30 and below, that gives you a common point. So now you see C1. What do you see? C1 is higher than B1. So this is again telling you that this is a trend to buy. So when the market came down at C1, when I look at C1, I look at B1, I notice that C1 is higher than B1. So without a doubt itself, when the market breaks out here, that was where I call for buy. Can you remember that? So later on, when D1 actually appeared on my screen, that was back in November 2021, I draw the same thing. And when the market actually broke the area that D1 rests, straight away, I know that the crude oil will go up all the way. And that's where I predicted the crude oil price go $121. Okay, all right, remember that? Okay, so this is something that, you know, I'm sharing this live with you for free. I just want you guys to benefit from it because this material itself can easily create a cost. And it can actually charge $5,000. Yeah, in the market, not a doubt of it, right? So, okay, all right. So think about this for a moment, yeah? Okay, now everybody clean it up first, okay? Now, 2 days ago, okay, I already tell you guys to be very careful on the crude oil. Now, why do I say that? Because you notice this, the highest level since 2018, the RSI reading was here at 83. So I remember I already draw to you, right? It happened before back in 2021 when it hit 83, the market actually pulls back. Now, the 2 days ago, it hit 83 again. So you can see that it was evidently clear that I already tell you guys to be very careful not to buy crude oil. And despite on MAO, I've been repeating this like a broken recorder, still people went in to buy crude oil. So you can see now, right, this is the problem that I'm facing. Despite MAO is being related to, despite that, I'm already telling you that to be very, very careful. Despite that, I send messages to some of you guys personally, but still people will buy at those high prices. So now the thing is this. The thing is this, okay? Everybody, I want you to take note of that, yeah? Wow, Joe almost shorted, yeah? From the high of $100 to a bottom. Wow, excellent, Joe. You're a good trader. Eric, $5,000 earned, yeah, in a way. So now the thing is this. I don't know how low crude oil will go, but if ever crude oil comes down to RSI below 30, that will give me another common point. And the time itself, right, you just have to trace back and see whether does the market breaks below here. All right, breaks below here. If it does happen, then the whole trend will change. But if the market really pulls back and the RSI really comes down here, and you have the common point, we might actually have a bottom again. And this time around, the crude oil may go much even higher to probably 140 or 150 level. All right, so this is something that I'm sharing with you live now. Up to you to see how you want to utilize this, but this is something that I want to share with you. Got it? Now, is it the same for gold? Well, later on, if time permit, I will do something for you, Dennis. All right, so at least from here itself, right, y'all can see that I'm pretty clear with my TA drawing, and there's no fuss about it. And as long as you know what to do, you can actually learn something from here itself. Yeah, that is the thing that I want to share with you today. Okay? All right. Okay, so with that itself, let's continue. Yeah. Okay, if you like this sharing itself, can you do me a part? Put the word like, please. If you like what I just shared, put the word LIKE right now. Okay. If you like what I just shared itself, put LIKE. I would like to see you guys really responding to this. Okay. All right. Okay, I got a message from a friend of mine. He said, Cal, please do go. Really do go. All right, okay, now I'll just do go for you guys, okay? Again, I say I'm doing all this because I really treat you guys as really my close friends, yeah? Just give me a short moment on this moment. Then I'm receiving messages again from people asking me what's my view on the market. And I really tell you this morning to be careful, to be extremely careful. Just give me a moment, guys. Okay, all right. Okay, so thank you very much, Karine. Well, I'm not a Superman, but just a good friend, yeah, of yours. So, like, come, let's do it. Love and light. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Alison. Thank you, Rayang. Thank you so much, Louis, Sue, Jude, Dennis, Eric. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for all the messages. Okay, let me do now for gold. Okay, stand by, gold traders. Stand by for this. Okay, you won't want to miss this. Yeah. Okay, let me just bring it to you right now. Gold. Okay, so this is gold. Now it looks pretty messed up right now. You open up slowly. Okay, then you see for yourself. Okay, can you take a look, guys? Now take a look on gold and you can see the magic. Okay, so if you look carefully, the RSI here in March, then we have one that is somewhere in July. Then after that one is probably in August, and that's about it. So what we have is a very interesting thing here, whereby this is A1, this is B1, and this is actually C1. Okay, now what happened over here is that actually A1 to B1, B1 is higher than A1. So that's the reason why when the market breaks up, right, the gold shot up. Okay, that's pretty clear. But the problem is this. The thing is, this technique itself, right? The market, if that's the case, can never break B1. So unfortunately, B1 was broken. It was broken. Yeah, it was broken. And that's why the market did a superb one-day sell-off. This is very important. When the trend is broken, you will see a sudden sell-off. And what you can see now from B1 to C1 area. Okay, now the thing is this. What happened now? B1 is actually C1 is actually lower than B1, right? So by right itself, right, if the market is to go up, the market, once it breaks, it will sell. And you can see why it happened. Now, after that itself, that is when it got very interesting. After that, you notice there is no more RSI at the common point. There's no more. There's no more, yeah? So what happened is this. When there's no more from the bottom, we need to look the other way around. The other way around is from here and here. So again, now we have X1, we're X and then Y. Yeah, I really chart from right to left here, by the way. Now you can see that, right, X1 is actually lower than Y1. So by right itself, the market is supposed to go down. So that's the reason why when the market breaks, as I say again, the market sold off. But the same concept applies as that, okay? When the market breaks, okay, when the market breaks here, can you see now? When the market breaks here, you have Z1 here. you notice that once the market breaks, right, you can see on the day itself, there's a huge, big upthrust in the market. You see that the very big upthrust here, a very big candle, because same thing, all the stops got triggered at the same time. So that's the reason why itself, right? This drawing, if you actually know how to draw this, it's going to be very powerful drawing. It's going to be very powerful. And TWB student itself, right? I'm going to create something for you as an EA, and after that, I'm going to give it to you guys if y'all want it yourself. Okay, this is going to be only for TWB student, and eventually, you know, you can do it right. It could be very powerful to use. Yeah. All right. So that is a key point right now. So when the market broke SEC1, this is like 1880, right? I know that the gold is going to go up already, and true we thought gold went up. Okay, so now with all this sharing here, what's my view now on gold? Now it's pretty simple now. The common point is have been established over here. It's very clear that we have a upthrust momentum. So now what we still need to do is just wait for the market to break up. We just wait for the market to break up. Now it's still too early to call because it's still coming down. Wait for the price to come down, stabilize, it will break up, and then after that, we will see another wave of upside unless the whole thing changes. All right, okay? So this is something that you can take note of that. If you like this sharing itself, you want to play back and go back again or listen to it, go ahead, yeah? Okay, cool. So what happened is that I predicted on the crude oil. I said that the crude oil will go to $121, and that was all the way back November last year, okay? So again, if you want to, you can remember that now, right? That's why this coming Saturday itself, right, for my preview, do attend my preview, yeah? Do attend it. So in order to attend itself, right, can someone just do me a favor? Can you go to find back the sign up link and post for me into the group chat so that people can actually sign up for my preview. Now I have about nearly 80 people now sign up for the preview. That's pretty good. Let's go for 100. And I said this time around the preview, I give about half an hour for market outlook because I'm going to share you a lot of powerful stuff that you don't find on mainstream media. Some of the charts itself really are not found in mainstream media, and you really need to have them to prepare yourself. Okay. So this coming Saturday, 10:30 a.m. Yeah. Okay, 10:30 a.m. So you can see now, right? The question is this, as I just asked you, right? What do you think about the current crude oil prices? Why the crude oil price starts to, come down? Now, despite we know that, right? The news saying that the crude oil price will go to $150. Okay, they said they'll go to $150. Then after that, they tell you that, right, it may go to $200. And then they tell you that, right, it may go to up to $300. So for 150 to 200 to now 300. All these were just posted just a couple of days ago. So the question is this, if that is such a case itself, why did the crude oil price plunge yesterday? So don't you find that, right? This type of news itself is really terrible. They tell you a lot of things and make you so happy, but eventually when the thing comes in itself, you can see so many people got hit by the market. And that's the reason why for us, TWB, we do not look at such news. We only take it as a form of like, oh, you tell me, I listen. But the main thing is this, the chart speaks to us. I repeat, the chart speaks to us. Thank you, Dennis. Thank you so much. Thank you, Joe. Thank you so much, Joe. Thank you, I think it's Brian. Yes. All right, thank you, guys. You see, my students are so powerful. Once you ask them something and they really react, this is something that what I love about my students. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. Okay, so the thing is this. Actually, right, Biden called OPEC. Okay. Biden actually called OPEC and want to talk to them regarding the Ukraine crisis and the crude oil. The best part is this, the OPEC members declined the call. Incredible, right? They declined. And the reason is because they say that, right, they won't help to ease the surging oil prices unless Washington support them in Yemen and elsewhere. Wow, isn't that so bad of them? Or is it that's how they do negotiation on the table? But the thing is this, all right, so Biden call was rejected, okay? But the thing is, suddenly the crude oil price came down. So I dig out for you is all right, because Biden said he'll ban the Russian oil and gas, and then this is actually creating the the fear into Russia. So what happened is this, you can see the crude oil price really plunged. Wow, look at it, the way it came down was incredible, right? So the news was, yes, indeed, undeniable. President Zelensky says it's no longer pressing NATO membership. Yeah, so that means that, right, the original cause for this war was because of NATO participation, right? So if this is no longer there, technically speaking, Russia should stop the war by right, yeah, by right, okay. So that is then again the one of the reason. And of course, Zelensky says that right, they are looking for a diplomatic solution to the hostility sparked by Moscow unprovoked invasion of Kyiv. So that means that really Zelensky now wants to go for a diplomatic talk. The question is this: do you think that Putin won? But Putin say he also don't mind, right? So that means that right, this potential war could end soon. So that is the reason why suddenly the crude oil prices came down. But the problem is this: the sanction is still ongoing, and definitely it's not right. This will not. This just only we will talk. There's nowhere near that there's going to be any agreement, and there is no way. I look at what Putin wanted. There's no way Zelensky is going to accept. So the question mark is this: how do we solve this? All right, now FYI, on the side note itself, I'm not going to put something on the screen. Apparently, if you actually look in detail, right, Microsoft actually came in to help the Ukrainian. They already started doing it since 2015, yeah? So what happened in 2014 when Crimea went down to Russia, right? Then after that, right, US came into Ukraine because technically next in line will be Ukraine. And when the US saw the so-called the info technology of Ukraine, they know that they're in serious trouble. And Microsoft actually came in to help them. So that's the reason why people have been asking, how come Russia came in, right? They didn't deploy the cyber attack. If you remember that, right, the very first day there was some cyber attack. But after that, itself, totally, you have no wind of this anymore because apparently the US players came in to really support them and prevent all the firewall. And that's the reason communication still continue. So that is something why Russia did not know, and they got hit by, also called a counteract by themselves. US crap sanction just started. It's more US war than Ukraine war. Yeah, apparently, yes, indeed, I believe in that, Fred. So that's the reason why, and that's why now the crude oil price plunged by 12% in a single day. So what were the reason given? Well, they say that right now Iraq say they could increase output if OPEC asks. And the thing is this, Anthony Blinken also stated that UAE will support increased production by OPEC plus. So which means that right now something must have been negotiated on the table and get it done. So that's the reason why suddenly there's a sudden supply in the market when the crude oil gets plunged down, right? Look at it. From 126 all the way down to 103, down $23 in a single day itself. 126, 23, that is almost 10%, that's more than 10% drop. All right, that's more than 10%. So this is very clear. There's something more than meets the eye. And of course, I say as a trader, I just wait for my turn because I believe that right very soon there will be more movement coming in. And without a doubt itself, right, I think that right we could see some stuff coming in, and this could actually change a little bit, yeah. So guys, this is my reason why and my little sharing of why I see the crude oil prices coming down. Okay. But would that be the end? I really don't think so. Yeah, I really don't think so. Because you can see now, right? International Energy Agency released 60 million barrels of oil last week. Okay, and then after that, the market didn't bother at all. So that means that now, right? If there's so much more oil being released at the same time, all I can say is this level here itself is something to take note of. So all my students take out the MLP for this. Take out the MLP for this, MLP, yeah? Take out the MLP for this particular candle, and then you will know what to do already. That means that if the market crosses the MLP of this candle, whatever they've been pumped in is redundant, and likely it's all right, the market will go even higher. Now, if the market stays below the MLP of this big candle, then the downside is still going to be happening. Got it? All right. So for student of mine, this one you must use the cash market, yeah? So I'm going to help you with this. It's pretty simple. The opening price is 124.65. The closing price is 109.61. All right, so what is the MLP? Student of mine, can you do it right now? What do you think is the MLP for this? Right, I'm waiting for the numbers to come in. Student of mine, if you can do me a favor, can you key in the MLP for me for this big crude oil the day it came down? All right. Yes, the figure is exactly itself, guys. 117.13. Exactly, guys. So put this number right now on your screen. 117.13. If the crude oil doesn't, all right, cross above this price 117.13, then leave it alone. Okay, leave it alone. That means that there will be further downside. But if crude oil can go past 117.13 on cash market, then I can confidently tell you that the market will easily take back down this figure, 124.65. Okay. So again, you can see coming MAO itself, you learn some stuff and you can actually practice this on your own. And of course, everybody can do it together. All right, pretty cool, yeah? Okay. All right. So of course, there will be another way out is to join the TWB system and you can see it clearer. Now, yesterday, all my students will know that the opening price is here, right? The opening price is at, for CFD was 121.99 and it was below P2. Dear all, tell me, if it's below OP, below P2, please tell me, all my students, please tell me, what should you do? Below OP, below P2, what should you do? Dear all, if you are my student, do me a favor, write down the answer. Now, you don't need to be Biden to do this. You don't need to be OPEC to do this. You don't need to be Zelensky. You don't need to be Putin to do this. You just have to know what to do with the TWB system. Very, very simple. Opening price was 121.99. The pivot 2 was 125.03. Now, ignore how we get this number, because this is not like drawing a technical level here, which of course in this case on the hindsight looks like it, but it's not. This is an algorithm that we created since 2011. Until today itself is working magically. All right. So what should we do? Yes, indeed. I was looking for the perfect answer itself. Sell is one of them, but Brian, correct. Every CCYR sell. All right, every CCYR sell. Okay, Allison, you got it correct too. Dennis also got it correct. The right answer is every CCYR sell. So you see, guys, not only that they are my student, they all know what to do. You don't need me to be around because the system itself tell you what to do. So yesterday, you can see that, right? If you based on that, the first target will be the MLP, 120.07, because that number is actually available on the screen already. And then the thing is this, the next number that's available is 100.5. So which means that, right, although it looks ridiculous, impossible, but that means that if the market loses 120.07, mathematically speaking, it will go to the next number, and the next number on the screen happened to be 100.50. And the low of the day was 100.69. It was almost there. So which means that, right, if you have actually followed the system, you will know exactly what to do, and you will shorten the market accordingly, just as it is. And of course, what happened, as you can see on the screen right now, okay, just hold on a minute, yeah, there's something, okay. A lot of people online right now. Okay, yes, indeed, every CCYR, you just have to sell. Every CCYR, you just have to sell. And of course, you can see on the screen right now that you can see students are all replying it very fast. Okay, and now we just see the moment of truth where we see the market goes back down to the. All right, you can take a look here. Okay, you see, look at it, dear all. Take a look. This is what happened yesterday. The market opening price is here, and you see the star, right? When you see a star on your screen, that means that this could be actually the top of the market. And I already tell you, this is automatically, it's already available on the screen for TWB Premier student, yeah? So once you have that itself, right? Once the market goes below OP, CCYR, you sell. See that? YR, you sell, yeah? Then after that, YR. Now that is where the problem is. When the crude oil came down to this point here, it actually bottomed out temporarily about 113 figure. Then the thing is this, it recovered. Now, to a lot of people, they went in to buy around here. All the traditional, conventional traders went in to buy somewhere there because the MACD was turning up. The stochastic was turning up. All right, RSI was at the bottom. So a lot of traders went in to buy the market at this point here itself. You can look at a lot of schools of traders. They actually went in to buy over there. And then what happened? For us, we, the TWB student, you look at what you just wrote over there on your screen, you notice that it showed there, right? CCYR sell. So which means that, right, you just have to look at CCYR, you sell. You see that? Oh my goodness. The market within 45 minutes, I told you before, if you're going to be a good trade, my TWB system itself, within 45 minutes, you should be able to get your profit. And truth be told, 45 minutes later, the market plunged all the way down. This single bar alone went down by $10. One single bar, $10. 15 minutes window, which means that, right, you're going to make $1,000 just by doing that. So dear all, isn't that amazing? You just have to remember the rules. And I told you before, guys, classic trade is one of my strongest, if not one of the best setup for TWB Premier. And this is actually a classic setup for sell. All right, guys, you find this amazing itself, keyword amazing once again, that would be the best way to thank me for this. Thank you very much. You think that this is an amazing system itself, you just have to remember what to do. This is what you can prove it. So it's that you're not Putin, you're not Biden, you're not Zelensky, you're not this OPEC, but yet you know what to do. CCYR, just have to sell. See that? Proven and proven and proven again. Look at the star, look at the OP, look at the color change, and look at the impact of the market. You really don't need to be an expert in trading, but you just need to remember TWB rules. All right, guys. So dear all, this is not a preview. This is something to just inform you that it really, really works. You just have to really follow and trade according to plan. All right. Thank you very much once again. All right. Now having a bit of problem now refreshing my screen. It seems like every time when I want to do this, this problem here. So. Okay. All right. Okay, so amazing, guys. All right, let's go. Okay, so with that understanding, you can see on the crude oil price right now. Okay, wait now. All right, you can see for crude oil at the moment now, let me explain more in detail. So crude oil in a single day blasts down 95%, 90%, 85%, and 80%. But you notice that once you hit the 80%, that is the so-called bear territory. Now, this is not the right way to use it because this high itself is not a historical high. But what I'm trying to explain to you is the market really came down more than 20%. And then once it hit the 20% mark, right, immediately it rebounded. Now, why is that so? Because this is the bear territory mark. Bear territory mark. So that's why the market hit the 20% itself from the high. It has to quickly go up because if not, right, margin call will come in. Yeah, margin call will come in. So that is a very important thing that you don't want to get yourself involved with. Yeah. Okay. All right. So with that understanding. So below MLP, just follow CCYR. No Kinwai, you need to have the TWB Premier to give you another bit of more information. Yeah, because it happened to be yesterday, the market was below P2. P2 is a premier level, right, whereby it's below that. Only when you see when it's below P2 itself and below OP, then every CCYR is a sell. Right? Okay. All right, so this one, be very careful. Yeah, not just only just below MLP, just sell CCYR. That's not enough. You need to have one more extra information, and that is the pivots, and that's available only on premier level. Now, overall itself, right? Why not about this chart? You can see that the boys are still buying. My KRW is also still blue. So what does it mean? That means I'm telling you already. Once the market find a base somewhere, right, it will be a buy again. I repeat. This is going to be very important. I repeat, Once the market find a base and if nothing changes, everything status quo, then it will be a buy soon. Not now, take a while. But definitely, even the day plunged so much, right? I'm still looking at it from another angle. So again, this tells you a speak volume why we always look at it very differently. Very technical trader. You can see that we are very, very technical trader. Okay? All right. All right, now you can see, right, this is my TWB PTP level indicator. Now you can see over here itself, right, very clear when you see this, right, red turns to blue, you can see the market really knows how to turn around or buy up, right? Okay, so every time I see this, I know that we had a big one, but now we're still having blues and having greens. So that means that, right, even though the market has pulled back quite significantly, but it's still not going to be a sell. I mean, other than you sell on a day-to-day thingy, but you want to, like, go long-term sell, I would say be very careful. Yeah, in fact, this is still a good buy as and when the market one is stabilized. As and when the market stabilized, it will be a good buy. So traders, be very careful of that. I say this upfront, and hopefully you can grab the idea of it. Okay, I'm going to text it over there. So if crude and stabilize, nothing change, we could see it recovering, especially when it goes 117.13. All right, got the idea? Yes, indeed. So that is how we will look at this. Okay, so guys, do yourself a favor, quickly sign up for the coming preview on this coming Saturday. Now, I say once again, this coming preview for 30 minutes, I'll do a lot of powerful sharing with many, many charts. I'll show you 2 of them later as we go towards the, before we go to the charting side. That means during the alternate market news, I'll show you 2 charts that you don't see in the market, and this is something that you have to pay attention, yeah? So quickly now, sign up for it, right? Can you just do me a favor, Brian? Can you just text again the sign up link and put it there again? Thank you very much, Brian, if you listen to me. All right, so this is coming Saturday. Don't miss it. It's not a physical Zoom, a physical preview. It's a Zoom session. You need to sign up, get the address from us, and I'll see you at 10:30 a.m. sharp. And of course, for people who are still pondering whether they want to join us or not, do note on that day there will be discount given only for that day. That means that if you miss it, you won't get a discount. If you were there, but let's say you are there listening to it, but you are not able to commit, and then they procrastinate to the next day, then of course you will not get the discount too. Okay. Thank you, Brian. Thank you so much. I always can count on you on this. Thank you very much. Okay. So this coming Saturday will be my preview at 10:30 to 12 noon. Then my basic workshop will be on the 26th of March, the following Saturday, and the premiere that is on the 2nd and 3rd in April. Yeah. All right. So contact us through Facebook. We will PM us and get back to you, and definitely we will take good care of you. All right, so apology, I didn't update this yet, but I know the GOLTS numbers were better than expected. The crude oil inventories was also negative 1 million, and that was slightly below the expectation. And that's the reason why, surprisingly, even though the inventories is lesser, the market want to sell. So once again, all this news and data is just going to be like part and parcel of life, but it doesn't really reflect too much. Yeah. Now today will be the core CPI data. Today we call CPI data. So this CPI data, I think it will be 0.7. I think it will be 0.7. And I'm gonna write it down. Yeah, in my opinion, I think it'll be it's gonna be a 0.7 for the CPI. And the initial jobless claim itself, right? I give you my number, I think on Monday. So I suspect the number itself is gonna be higher, about 2-3 plus level, maybe. Just anyhow, right? Okay. All right. So that is what I'm gonna see now for this coming one. Okay, let's take a look and see how it goes. All right, so the Dow Jones went all the way up. We saw up at 650 points from the very beginning, all the way non-stop. There was some profit taking during the lunchtime period, but no cigar. Straight away goes up, right? Only towards the end, there was some profit taking. I think they got some news on the Amazon news, but after that itself, things were good, okay? Just give me a moment. Once again, messages all coming in. Okay, all right. Sorry, hold on here. Okay, so S&P 500 rallies 2.5%, the best day since 2022 June. Yeah, wow, 2 years. Yeah, and the Dow Jones saw 650 points. So again, reason is because crude oil cool off. That's a very big thing because that is going to be one of the main thing that frighten the market. And of course, the main thing was the NASDAQ. Let me explain to you the NASDAQ. This is going to be very important. Dixon, yeah. Now, the Wednesday gain dragged the NASDAQ out of correction territory, and that is the most important thing. Let me explain to you why does it mean that. Okay, let me bring the chart in, you can see better, yeah? Wait, hold a minute, let me just get the indicator. Okay, never mind, hold on. Here we go. Can you see that? Okay, so what you have over here is the NASDAQ at the all-time high that was back in November 2021. Yeah, very important. So you can see that, right, after that as well, right, when the market broke the 90th percent and closed below the 90th percent, it went down straight to the 85. At 85, it rebounded a little bit, then it closed below that, it tries it down. Then after that, when it rebounded, it got stopped at 90, stopped at 90, over 85, and once it break 85, it went down all the way to 80. Now, 80 is a bear territory zone. Okay, very important for trader. And I told you before, right? Once the market go below the bear territory for the first time, usually the market will strongly rebound. And truth be told, it rebounded almost 105%. Yeah, incredible. Okay, so what I do with it now? Okay, this is where it get very important. Everybody take a look. Can you see that yesterday the market really closed down and went below the 20% mark, right? And again, very fast and very quick, it rebounded, all right? So that means that they're going to make sure that there'll be no margin calls available on the market. So the question is this, if that's the case, the upside potential could be as high as 14,260, all right? And it's not like now, it's something like 13,730. Okay, there's more to meet the eye. But on the same notation, if the market is to come down and break the 80% mark again, I can tell you this, we're in serious trouble. That means that, right, margin call will hit the fence, and this time around things will get very nasty. So look at it now, my friends. This is where I'm looking at now. This is the first support that I think and everybody can buy that, about 12,260. Because why? That was the last time the market bottomed out together back in 2021. And of course, that was also the very heavy congestion back in 2021, early February and March. All right. QE ended yesterday. Yes, Colleen. Yes, yesterday. Yes, indeed. You're absolutely right. Yesterday was the last day. No, I think yesterday on this coming 19. I can't remember. I checked again, forgot. Can you check for me, Colin, since you're around? All right. Why am I saying that? Because you see, this is A and this is B. So the market didn't want the market to go below B and make sure that it stays above A. So now the thing is, but the market trend is still very clear on the downtrend, yeah? So we're going to have more thing coming in, remember? We're going to have this QE ending, and we have this interest rate hiking. I believe the NASDAQ will come down to test this again. And this number, again, I read to you now, is 14,262. So which means that if the market breaks 14,262, then there will be another wave of selling. And this time the selling will likely be able to take out away both. Because if you think about this from a trader point of view, yeah, a trader point of view. Okay, let me ask all of you now, everybody, since you're online with me, yeah, take a look. Now, if you are a trader, okay, and you have just bought NASDAQ, you just bought them, okay, where do you think you will put your stop loss? Would you put a stop loss at A or put a stop loss at B? Please key your answer right now. Everybody, what do you think? Would you put your unstop loss at A or stop loss as B? All right, so we have some answers right now. Some will say A, some will say B. Okay. All right, we have a variety of answers here. Okay, some say both will be triggered. Okay, fair enough. All right, now the answer that I will think the market will go. Let me explain this to you. The answer will be A. Right, now why A first? Let me explain to you why A first. Now, the thing is this. I'm sure yesterday when a lot of people were buying, okay, when they're buying, they will put at B first because B is the reason, the nearest and more critical, yeah, at B first. Then as the price goes higher, all right, then they may have realized that, okay, likely A has formed a base. So which means that A will be a good place for stop loss. So that is the reason why I suspect that A will be the stop loss that everybody will put down there. So what is the low over there? Let's take a look, everybody. The low down there, okay? The low itself is 13105. The low is 13105. Okay. Now, the thing is this. Okay, the thing is this. Very important, yeah? Very, very important. No, yesterday is not Omega. Omega must be exactly the same. Yesterday missed by 4 points. All right, the low of this guy is 13030. Okay, 13030. Okay. Okay, now I'm going to tell you this for you to get a potential good chance of winning trade. Okay, listen, yeah. Now, assuming that is how people think. Now, if the NASDAQ is to come down, the first support level will be at 14,262 because that is the 80% mark. Yeah, that is the 80% mark. Now, once it breaks 14,262, it will challenge this figure, which is the 13105. All right, it will challenge that figure. Now, the thing is this. Once the market breaks 13105, I can guarantee you it will fly down to 13030 in speed of minutes. Okay, I repeat myself. If 13105 is triggered, it will fly down to 1303 in minutes. Yes, because that is what will happen. Because they are so near each other, that means from 13105 to 13030 itself, this 70 points is almost like a free gift. All right, it could be like a free gift given. And that is the reason why I ask you about A and B. Now, of course, argumentally, you can say B because it's like further away. But I can tell you this, right? Most likely, right now, everybody will put at A and then they will look at B. Now, what if A and B got broken, right? Oh, that's it. The next number, I already told you, right? The next number will be here, 12,963. So which means that the market will evidently loses the 20%, the 80% mark and drop by at least another 3 to 4%. Yes, don't forget yourself, as the number goes smaller, the percentage, although it's still the same, but the value will changes, yeah. The absolute figure will change, yeah. So just take note of that. Very important, yeah. Okay, all right. Like this stuff? If you like this stuff, can you say love this? All right. Right, if you like this thing, can you put the word love this for me? Just to let you understand this. Now, this is very TA, very traditional TA, but the way I make it is very simple. And of course, I can prove to you that it works. And of course, as a trader, you just have to, do accordingly yourself. Yeah, you just have to do accordingly and do this. Okay. All right. So yes, indeed, like friends, if you think that this is pretty good and you like the way I share this, you get more friends to join us. Tell them to come in to join us right now. Yeah, they will definitely enjoy this. Definitely for sure, because I always make things very interesting for people. I always like you guys to enjoy this. Yeah, do that. Let me know. Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you very much. Okay. So what happened? Silver, copper, platinum all went lower. Okay. And wheat sharply lower. Interesting. Wheat was mentioned during the Ukraine war. Gold, oil was also mentioned as well. All right. So, but palladium actually went higher. So it's not a global sell-off. It's actually a targeted sell-off. That means that someone just want to drive the price down that was being drove up recently itself. So this is quite manipulated. Don't you realize that? So anyway, the point is this. Straight away, right? Technology share recovered yesterday. Netflix went up, Microsoft went up, Meta went up, Alphabet went up, all about 4 to 5%. Now, I'm going to tell you this upfront, guys. Be very careful. I don't think this is the one. Now, I did say that the market will likely bottom out either yesterday, today, or latest tomorrow. But I did also tell you that this one is for you to exit position or buy for small short-term speculation. Yeah, very short-term speculation. Do not hold it for long term because I still believe there will be another wave of selling coming up very soon. Likely itself, it will be next week or the following week. All right, be very careful. Right, be very careful. So good time to buy for speculation, but bad time to buy and hold because I foresee another wave of selling from 16 to 18. All right. Okay. Nothing to do with Anand, that's for sure, but it's just that it's a pattern that I've been observing for some time. So you can see on our Dow Jones chart, very fast and very quick on this, you can see that the Dow Jones chart was clear. Above OP, above P1, right? What should we do? Above OP, above P1, what should we do? Same thing, right? It's a classic trade. So yesterday in the group chats, I already tell you guys, yesterday was a classic trade. Above OP, above P1, CCRY, just buy. And of course, including that itself, MLP also gave the support. So it was a very strong buy call, CCRY, just buy. Now, of course, the terrain was not on our favor, so you must take profit at every wave itself. That's how you use the terrain and you use a technique together. Yes, indeed. All right, KSI rate, what should we do? Same thing, reduce your size. Doesn't mean that, right, we will get the best deal, but at least you know what to do. So above OP, above P1, CCRY was a buy. So everybody look at the screen right now. You take a look. See, you can see for yourself. You don't need me to bluff you this. This is the OP of the day. This is the pivot of the day. So let's look at all the CCRY above OP, above P1. Let's take a look. First one in the morning. Then this one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth, sixth, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh my goodness, yesterday 11 of them. Now, how many of them were profitable, right? Let's take a look. The first one itself, your stop loss may be triggered, so don't lose money. The second one, confirm win. The third one, the fourth one, confirm win. The fifth one, confirm win. The sixth one, right, did not hit trigger stop loss. The stop loss should be much lower, so confirm win. This one definitely won. This one, yes. This one, yes. And this one, yes. So which means that, right, okay, only one loss at the very beginning of the day. That was the only first loss that you had. All right, then after that, subsequently itself is all the way correct. And I told you before, right, for classic trade itself, right, is something to take note. And of course, yesterday was a doji directional day. It makes it even better. Doji directional day means the market previously was a doji day. Today could be a directional day. And of course, it happens. All right. So you can see all these are actually, you know, we learned this in TWB and everything is learned Correct. And I share this live with every student. So once again, guys, if you're my TWB student and you remember that I teach you all these things itself, can you key the word remember? REM right now, right? If you remember that, do me a favor. ID, you said that Chevron came down. Is it time to buy in? Okay, I'll talk about Chevron later then. Yeah, after I do all this thing. Yeah, okay. Now gold. Now gold, I already informed you to be very careful. Now gold, I already tell you when gold goes up and hit the 12070, the BNB level, I already said that you must take profit. And I said that repeatedly. And I said that it will likely come down. And yesterday, once you break the MLP at 2023, it was a confirmed sell, right? Confirmed sell, and the market came all the way down to hit pivot 2. Because after MLP, the next figure itself was pivot 2. So which means that 2023 was MLP, right? The 1979 is the pivot 2. That means from 2023 to 1979, these two numbers total more than 50, about 17 plus 21, about 20 to $48. This is the level for short the market, must really, really short the market because MLP next happen to be pivot 2, likely the market will go down. I know that the KSI is green. I know there's no blue bar, but remember, all these are indicators. They're telling you what you consider. So yesterday itself, when you short, every level must take profit. And of course, itself, right, it will not close at day low. All these are information that you must know because of the indicator. But technique-wise itself, you just have to short it according to the rule. That is a very important thing that you must do. And you can see for yourself, amazing once again. Look at it, how insane is this, guys? Get it? First of all, the star came out already. A star came out means this could be the peak of the market. So without a doubt itself, right, when the market do a CCYR below OP, sell. CCYR, sell. CCYR, sell. Can you see that? This is how you do it. You don't need to be an expert. And of course, remember 2023 to 1979, you look at it, right, the market really came down crashing. And of course, there was a sell for you right here, CCYR sell. So which means from here to here, you should make some money easily, about $20. So again and again, this tells you that the system just need to remember and trade and make money. It's nothing difficult. The hardest thing is that students remembers it, but they just fear that because they see their friends all buying, they feel like it's too cheap, it's too low for it to be bought. No, guys, remember, if trading is that simple, by looking at RSI, MACD, and stochastic can make money, you won't be here right now. You'll be making billions of dollars in the market. Now, for TWB system, it's all right. We are growing. We may not be the biggest F today, but definitely we are growing, and this is going to be, we're going to be big. In about 2 years' time, it's all right. I believe it's going to be so big when we have all the app on our hand, we select accordingly, and voila, we just need to do that. So, okay. All right, so guys, this is what I have to share with you with what I have to share with my students. So the thing is this, let's look at some very important data right now so that we can have an understanding what's going on right here. Just a minute again, sorry for my PowerPoint. Oops. Okay, hold on here. Okay, so consumer inflation was likely to go higher in February. This one without a doubt. Why? Because we have February, the market already went up, right? And March will be even worse. March with all the current figures now, it will be even worse. So without a doubt as well, right, the inflation figure will be pretty high. And if it's going to be pretty high, then there's no way Federal Reserve will be able to do something different. So inflation will hit a 40 years high. I'm pretty sure that that's definitely without a doubt, right? And how more now? They did expect the price to go down a little bit, but what to think about this? It will be higher in March. All right, so take a look here. You can see now the gasoline price in America is going up. A lot of my friends in America is complaining like hell. And of course, you can see now, right, we are now at 7.5. And if the number goes to 7.8, it's even higher. The last time when this happened itself, we entered recession. Can you see that? The last time we have this, whereby the inflation is so high, we entered recession. So the question is, we are not even near there itself because the stock market is actually piled up. But if the market stays below the 20% mark for some time, it will actually enter the technical recession. So without a doubt, I believe that, right, we are just only a foot away from a recession for the US market. And of course, for Singapore, you can see by V Power, 92 octane, all right, all of them went up by average 8 cents to even 17 cents. All these tells you that, you know, oil price is going to hit us pretty bad. Now, of course, again and again, I say this, you can choose not to go for some of the bigger company if you think that's so, but overall, it's all right. It's about money saving. Yep. Okay. Now, there's something that you don't see much being highlighted recently, and that's Hong Kong. You know that Hong Kong itself is having a very, very bad timing now in Hong Kong. They're really in some serious trouble. Now, apparently, it's all right. Hong Kong, one single day itself, right, have 58,000 cases. My God, one day, 58,000 cases in one day. Oh my goodness. Do you know how bad it is? That is almost like one day, 60,000, one stadium capacity of people falling sick at the same time. And of course, the number of deaths is relative and it's high. It's one of the highest in the market right now. In fact, itself, right, basically at the moment, 291 people passed on in one single day. Now, the thing is, this actually smashed the global record in terms of the number of people in the country versus the death itself. Now, why is that so? It's all right. I can tell you this. This is no joke. Now, take a look, everybody. This is really, really no joke. The medical staff are really going full-time into taking care of the people, and there are people really falling sick. And you can see that, right? This is really happening in Hong Kong. So without a doubt itself, right, now you understand why the Hong Kong market is coming down so badly. Let me bring the Hong Kong market right now. Take a look at Hong Kong market, yeah? Now, the Hong Kong market, you can see that it tries to recover just yesterday, a very long tail. Now, normally, technically, we should see a long tail in the market, we should see the market going higher. But because this is all the way a downtrend momentum itself, right, this is going to go down further later on if things goes bad. All right. The vaccination is very low over there. Indeed, it's something incredible because they don't really buy into that. But in the technical chart, let's take a look, guys. Take a look for yourself. You can see my point right now. Hong Kong, if you look at it, right, how do you know that the market will go down lower? If you look at the same context that I share with you, point A and point B, you can see that this is where it is. So when the market breaks the trend, which is over here, that is where the Hong Kong market collapsed. So now if you look at it one more time, we're at the new low level itself. That means that any recovery will still suffer again. So that means any recovery coming soon for Hong Kong is going to be temporary. And I tell you this, we haven't seen the peak yet. Now, why is that so? Let me explain this more in detail to you. I'll take a look. Now, guess what is this itself, guys? I give you a guess. Guess what is this? Now, inside itself is air conditioned. Inside there itself is air conditioned, but you guess what is inside there? What is inside this container? When I saw this news, I almost, like, wow, okay, it's so scary. All right, think about this. What do you think? It's air conditioned. Yes, indeed, you're absolutely right, Alison. Corpse, yes, the corpse, yeah, the unfortunate dead bodies. Yes, you all know, yeah, indeed, you guys are well aware. Yeah? Yes, indeed. A lot of people didn't know that. Yes, it's the dead bodies. Because why? The mortuary itself, right? They don't have time to really take care of it. Really, they are overloaded. So they have no choice but to put the bodies down there. And this is not only one. In fact, it's entire. I saw the pictures. So many containers there, and they just lock it. It's very sad. If you mention this service, they cannot do it. They cannot facilitate that. And of course, you can see now they have no choice. They quickly have to do the what they call the makeshift hospital now. All right, this is in Hong Kong. You can see this. So they are really doing their best right now. I mean, really, this is how it is. So that's why the Hong Kong market, right, in my opinion, itself, after this, it will be a good time to buy into the Hang Seng market. Now, people have been asking me to buy Hang Seng for the longest of time. I say, no. You just have to stick to the sell side for Hong Kong. Now, you can see back then itself, when Hong Kong was trading around here, people asked me to buy. I say no. When the market was here, people asked me to buy. I say no, because I was looking at the common point. I know that, right, the market is going to go down. So I believe that there will be further downside to go. And how low can this go? Well, you can also see from this point. You can see right now. Okay, you can see from the very, very credible point. Let me just bring to you. Can you see this? Okay. Can you see that? Okay, can you see that? This is the last low. Now, this is where the common low is. So that is where I think the Dow Hang Seng will be going. I repeat, this is where I think the Hang Seng will be going. All right, it should be going down towards here itself, below 20,000. Okay. Now, once it go below 20,000, would there be any intermittent reprieve? I believe it will happen. So now where we are at 20,800 right now, right? Now we are at 20,800. I suspect that we will see another 800 points drop over the next 2 weeks, yeah? Next 2 weeks. I believe that this will happen. So guys, that's the reason why I'm not keen to buy at the moment. All right. I suspect that there will be another wave down of 800 points the next 2 weeks from today. Okay, so traders, kindly take note of that. Yeah, this is very, very important information. All right, so what are the important information to take note of? Well, basically, Biden has put out an executive order for cryptocurrency, and that likely may able to stabilize crypto market. That's why you saw crypto price going up. But of course, the contrary note itself, isn't that the only way Russia can get the money from their own country? So I have a question mark over there. All right. Now Amazon actually announced a 20-for-1 stock split, yeah, follow Apple, and there's a $10 billion buyback. But you can see at the moment now, right, you don't see Apple shares going any higher. So there's a question mark of this thing happening. So you can see that is usually stock split are cosmetic, as you know. It doesn't fundamentally change anything on the company. You just basically get investors to buy the same stock at a cheaper price. Okay. All right. So all these stuff, right, it's been available for all the TWB students. You can take a look, yeah? I will just not stop here. I'll just continue. So the thing is this, the Santoli still think that it should be a buy now at the moment, yeah, indeed, because they feel that now the market is presenting itself very fairly at the 4,100 to 4,300 level. The handle itself at the moment feel that, right, the sentiment is negative, but it's still not as bad. The market breadth yesterday was strong. That means that there was some buying coming in. So that's why I say that either yesterday or today or latest tomorrow, there should be some intermittent recovery, but that should be the bounce that we are all looking at. Now, the VIX is the one that is very clear. It's still above at 33. Now, let me bring you back VIX into the market. Yeah, let's take a look at VIX right now. Now, let's look at VIX, everybody. Let's look at VIX. Now, I've been telling you guys to look out for VIX, and you can see that my drawing on my trend line is impeccable. Yeah, look at it. Look at the trend line. I draw it itself. The market hit this point, 38, came back down, and now it's trying to stay around here. Now, I believe that VIX will go up again, 42 to 44. Okay, so which means that, right, if you want to buy cheap, right, let it go down a little bit more. Maybe you can get it at 30 or 28 or 30. Then after that, right, I think it's time to go and look out for it to go to 42 to 44. So for that to happen, definitely the stock market has to come down, yeah? So that's one of the only way that you see VIX going up. Okay? All right, so now we go to the alternate market news, and this is what you're reading for as well, right? Let's take a look. Now, yesterday itself, right, I already tell you at 13. Yesterday at 13, I told you that there was a fear agri index, and if you have actually caught the hint itself, you have bought yesterday all the Dow Jones, the NASDAQ, the Hang Seng, and even the European company. European stock. Yesterday, European stock went up by 5%. You know that 5%. So very simple, right? You look at this is a free indicator, fear and greed index. I told you already yesterday. You can try to look at buy. Now today itself, it has come back to 17. So 17 is not the level that I like to buy. So if you want to buy, to do follow through buying, go ahead. For me, I like to wait for it to go down again to maybe 11 to 12, then I know what to do the next day. So that's simple, very, very simple way of trading. And I show it to you live, right, many times already. You just have to really follow. So guys, this is why I'm telling you this. We are always ready for you. And we just want you to make money from the market. Yeah, we just want you to make money from the market. Okay, all right. Now, this is the chart that I want to share with you, and I'll share more on this coming Saturday. So you can see that now the market has really followed through. Now, the timing itself is incredible. The thing is, this is following through, and the date itself, right, the market is actually looking at for this particular point, it will be around 16 to 18 of March. Okay. So this is where I believe that thing may really happen, the scary part itself. And of course, If the market really dives down, then about 38.40 will be the level that the boys are looking at. And this is not from me, my friend. This is from Bloomberg, my Morgan Stanley research. Okay, so they're looking at reprieve rally of 4,500. So let's look at the chart now for time being. Let's take a look. Now, I'm definitely one of the very few trainer that will do this, daily, day in, day out without a cost. I don't charge you a single cent for doing all this. I just want you guys to make money from the market so that you can donate generously to the people. And of course, that will also give you the bullet for you to join us. Isn't that better? Right, rather than ask you to keep on joining classes as well, right? Why don't I teach you a method for you to make money? And then after that, once you make that money, you will know what to do. So you can see over here itself, the way it's looking at is that they're looking at the market to have a relief rally about 4,500. Yeah. So maybe the market, maybe the market can really goes up, hit 4,005 and then comes down. All right. Now my personal view is this: unless something very sexy happen, if not, it's all right. I don't think this will be the figure. I think that maybe we'll see something like this, which is here, and then go down. Okay, all right, so this is something to share with you. You can go there. LDR is on the 18th of March itself, right? Can you share with us what's LDR? I know what it means, but can you tell us what LDR stands for, just in case we misinterpret, yeah? Okay, so this is the first thing I'll show to you. Now, the next thing is this one here itself. Sorry, again, PowerPoint issue. All right, now this is the Wilshire 5,000 versus the GDP. Now, why do I want to bring this in? Because it's like the long-term thingy. Now, look at the duration of this entire movement. You can see over here itself. Now, I realize that the distance itself is about the same. So if you're going to do a superimpose on this, that means that it'll come down to here at least. So now, if the market only dropped by a few percentage itself, and we are now not even near there, if the market go the same magnitude as we can see over here, so it will drag down by at least 3,000 to 5,000 points further, so that we can reach this point here itself. So that's why now it's at 33,000 for the Dow Jones, right? 33,000, right? You look at 5,000 points, you will need to have 28,000 for the Dow Jones, 28,000. Now, of course, the thing is this: where are we right now? Let's take a look. This is very important. Okay, let's take a look over here. You can see that now the thing is that, are we at overheat? Yes. Commodity is rising up. Yes. But if rate hike is actually given during this period of time, then of course it will be a bit of stagflation. Cash will be in, but the selling will come off. Yeah. After many rate hike itself, usually this will actually really happen. So that's why, in my opinion, there will be selling coming soon in March and April. All right. Normally, the selling will be pretty bad, about 5 to 10%. Yeah. That is the reason why I want you guys to, put your time and effort into this. Okay. So if you like the sharing today and you want to learn more, I can tell you this: tomorrow there'll be more, but Friday, Saturday there will be even more stuff. So come online and join us for the preview on coming Saturday, all right? Because the worst thing is this: I'm not too sure where are you right now. Because now this is where I believe a lot of us are in, which is called denial. Now, when the market was going up itself from exuberance to euphoric, right? Euphoria, people are very happy, and that is where people will buy at the highest and it get caught. Now, the thing is this: now the market came down, right? The question is, are you in denial or are you still believing that things is good? Now, all I can say is this, okay? We will slowly go back to the system. Now, if the market really thinks a denial, then the next one will be fear factor. When fear get bigger, you get despair become panic, and then finally we have the capitulation. And of course, this encouragement itself is always when the market want to buy up for something, it stop there because they just want to buy anymore, and the whole thing just happen to repeat. All right, now I'm not too sure where are we right now, but I think that it's between denial and around denial and fear level. All right, do you agree with me? Because I see still a lot of people, they still think that the market is going to go higher. They still think that the market is going to be able to do the same thing that will happen in the 2016. All right, I don't think that will happen in the near term. A lot of things will change, and end of the day, traders need to be just very careful. Yeah. All right, here we go. Yes, the luminous daily map, right? A calendar whereby market makes big movement on Pacific day plus minus on day itself. Correct. That is the LDR. Correct. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you, Fico, for sharing with us LDR. If those who are interested, just take a look yourself. Yeah. Okay, so let's go for the charts right now. The bear goes, the bull goes moo, the bear goes grr, and the flamingo is different this time. As usual, let's go. Now, this is the China market. As you can see now, China market has recovered. The China market today opening price and the low was very nearby, and it tried to go up itself, China. Now, this is a very strong recovery on China, and I told you guys that China market, it will come down to this point at 13,149. Remember I said that? And I told you once it hit that, it will rebound. And truth be told, it really, really rebounded. So guys, my China A50, I'm definitely spot on, correct enough? Yeah, correct. Can you do me a favor? Can you keep the word China A50 spot on? Yep. Okay, China A50 spot on. Yeah. So now the thing is this: where would it be resisted? It will be resisted back to 13,866. Only if the market can cross above this figure, then we can look for buying. If not, it will stay down for time being. Yeah, 13,866 level. Okay. All right. So this one, take note of that. Okay. Now I have done a lot of market sharing just now, so you just have to take note of what I share. Now today's day chart itself, right? You can see from here. Today's day chart for Dow Jones. Yeah, listen carefully. The Dow Jones opening price is actually here between the two pivot. The MAs are still negative, but the MLP is positive. Yeah. So above OP can buy small to aim for the pivot one at 33,506. But if the market stays below OP, then it will come back down, and the downside could be MLP 32,907. KSI is still red in color, although it's downtick. That means that the selling is still there, but it's not as strong. Okay, still it is still a bit far away, but I think that this, if the market go down, right, it will still eventually come down to this point, the BNB level, which is the 32,098 level. Yeah, this is going to be very, very important. Okay. Now, NASDAQ is actually a total changeover, CCRY, the KSI green. So by right itself today is CCRY on a day chart. So today you can buy, and the first target to look out for will be here, and that's 13,978. Okay, this should be the first TP that you should consider to look out for. Yeah. Okay. Now the support level with MLP at 13,487. This is something to take note. If the market pull back, the MLP will act as a base for itself. S&P 500, same thing again. S&P KSI is green. So it's green means it can have upside potential. Upside potential could be as 45.21. 45.21 happened to be the pivot level. If the S&P 2 have strength, it could be going there. Downside itself will be MLP 42.17. KSI is green as rising uptick. So the downside potential is kind of low for today. Yeah? Downside potential is kind of low for today. Now, do note once again, student of mine, we're approaching 3 p.m. There will be for AIMS itself, there will be a leverage movement. So please make sure that you have enough capital before the margin thing come in. Yeah. Now, Hang Seng today is a doji directional day. So that means that, right, likely Hang Seng, if it stay below OP, there will be some selling all the way down to pivot one. But of course, at the moment now, we're talking about this point to this point here as well. You put about 500 points. So I don't think so, right? So maybe later on, you can take a look again. Now, for the market upside itself is quite high. It can go anywhere it wants. But the ultimate level can, if you go here, it's crazy, right? So there's something that to take note of for this blue tuna. All right, so you can see there's Hang Seng here. Hang Seng over here as well. Remember this TJDD thingy? Now for Nikkei today is up, right? Nikkei is up today. Nikkei is up, yeah. Hang is already up now above OP, right? The opening price is above MLP, all right, and now it's above pivot one. Pivot one is 35,521. So which means that, right? Remember, if you practice what you learn above OP, above pivot one, CCRY buy, right? Remember that? You look at the 5-minute chart. You can see beautiful. Wow, look at it. This is live demonstration of the index trading. So this is OP. This is pivot one. Above OP, above pivot one, CCRY buy. And now live, you can see that it's also moving up already as we're speaking right now. An immediate profit about 100 points. So you can see that, guys, you don't need to be an expert yet. You just have to follow, yeah? Yeah. All right, this is something that you just have to follow. And you can see even you're not sitting at home itself, right, in Singapore or Japanese or even anywhere in the world, you can just trade according to it. All right, this is where our friend Fico have just shared. All right, since you share, I will take it out and show to everybody. Or it's a Facebook posting. Yeah, let me just see what they have there. Okay. I just have to extract it out a bit, yeah, because there's some branding there I need to avoid. Okay, all right, cool. Okay, so I've done the extraction. Let me just put it up for you guys. Quick one. There we go. Okay, so this is the Luminous daily roadmap, and the date that we are looking at is in March, right? So it will be here. Can you see that? Interesting, yeah? So you're trying to say that, right? That means on the 18th of March itself, right, there will be a potential, yeah, not 100%, nothing is 100%, yeah, a potential big movement that might happen during this period of time. Am I right to say that? Yeah, okay. All right, big movement, potential. Of course, it could be plus, minus, it could be earlier, it could be later, but it's a big potential. Now, I know that if not wrong itself, 19th of March, 19th of every month, that is the balance sheet that the Federal Reserve use for to put in the fund and stuff like that. Okay. All right. So anyway, thank you, Fico, for sharing this. Very, very thank you for that. I mean, we also learn new stuff. Yeah. So why not? Let's take a look. Okay. So that's Nikkei for you. Then DAX already. We already talked about DAX yesterday. So DAX yesterday was mounting like crazy, right? Look at it, mounting. Opening price was here. It was above MLP. Although the moving average was against it itself, but it was a buy. And of course, when the market breaks pivot one, 13,540, it was a buy above OP, above pivot one. And of course, the market goes up. Let's take a look. We just do a recap, right? So you look at it from the screen right now, yesterday. Wow, look at it. Beautiful, right? Can you see that? The market breaks above pivot one yesterday. CCRY, you buy. Wow, first wave. CCRY, buy. Second wave. CCRY, buy. Third wave. CCRY, buy. This one lost. So maybe this one is also lost. But two big waves is all you need during the GTH hour. Yeah. So this one beautiful, really beautiful. And look at the way it moves. Excellent. You just have to follow, guys. Just follow, and you will be able to make money. Yeah. Okay. So today, any classic trade for us to take a note? Can Susan, you're around? Right. Can you tell us any market today for classic trade? We just show a live demonstration to let everybody take a look. Wait, am I seeing wrongly? Oh, wow. Look at the crude oil price rebounded. Wow. Take a look at the crude oil price. It rebounded strongly. Wow. Back to 108 figure again. Wow, look at the crude oil. It came down all the way, and then hit the bottom 104 and rebounded strongly. This is interesting. Why? Let's take a look. Yeah, I told you about crude oil, right? Yes, I told you the buyers are still around. I told you that. Remember, I told you the buyers are still around, so it's not really a sell. I mean, taking profit, yes, but no, be careful. Okay, guys, now I'm going to go live right now to tell you this. Okay, the one. Okay, let's take a look, right, guys? So now you can see very clear the MA30, MA200 are all supporting the buy. The MLP is going against it. Yeah, MLP is going against it. But the thing is that now it's staying above OP. Now above OP, you can buy, and main thing is here, 109.73. 109.73. If the market breaks 109.73 and pull back, you can do CCYR to sell. But on the contrary, if the market goes up, CCRY will be a buy. All clear on this? So this again shows you that our technique itself very clear. You will know what to do as long as you do not make any silly mistake. Yeah, you can be able to do that. Okay. So this one, be careful. Take note of that. Okay. So if the market breaks above 109.73, you can see the market going up. Okay. So watch out for this. This may turn the whole thing once again. Now I already tell you this. Most likely the buying will come in right in the market. Yeah. Okay. So I'm done with that. Let's look at the gold market for today. Now, gold is still moving downwards. Gold today just hit the pivot to 1971. It triggered and then rebounded. Now, if the market triggered this, MA30, MA200 are all supporting it. So which means that the market goes touch the pivot 2 and do a CCRY, color change from red to yellow, it will be a buy because the KSI is green and there's no blue bars available in the market. You're talking about crude oil, is it? Crude oil yesterday broke the SL. Yeah, if it comes down, you will break you go back to this point, which is the lowest $100. If it comes down, yeah? Yeah. Okay, so now you can see this, everybody. Now going live right now to do this, to share this with you. Okay, so now you can see that we have two things here. First of all, we have a bomb right over here. So that means that this is an artificial support, and you can see why the market couldn't go down. Now, the KCX at the bottom, that's why I give you a CCRY to buy. Okay, so which means that if the market stays up, right, CCRY, because you triggered the beautiful pivot 2 nicely, and after that followed by a CCRY. It's as if that the market actually recognized pivot 2, but you can see this pivot 2 are all automatically drawn by the system. Nothing was drawn by me. So now if the gold go up, right, you will go to break here first. It's 1983.84 to break first. Only 1984 break, then we can see going back up again to 1990 level. All right, so this is something that to take note of for today if you're looking to go into this. At the moment now, the KSI is turning green, and boys are coming to buy. Blue bars are retreating. So all these are telltale sign that there could be some buying interest in the market. Yeah, maybe they're buying for long term. I don't know. All right, so that is gold. Let's look at silver. Silver yesterday tried to go up but failed, pull back down. Now today itself, right, trading below pivot 1, not so good, right? So below pivot 1, nothing much to be done, but it's MLP is the one instigating the downside. MLP couldn't break. So below OP, below pivot 1, it will be a sell, and the level $25.03. But of course, if the market failed to break down, it will be the $24. And the last but not least will be the, over here itself at $23.64. But my view is this: if the market can recover, as what you see for gold, I believe that once it crosses MLP 23.05, it will blast all the way in to here itself at $26.90. Okay, all right. So that is the silver chart, whereby you need to basically watch out for. No much clear indication at the moment, but I still think that that we are pullback will be good. Now, last one will be Bitcoin. Now, Bitcoin itself, let's take a quick one. Bitcoin, you can see that yesterday it went up, right? I told you you go up to hit 42,000, and really triggered. But today you can see it's got resisted down, and now it's back down to 40,000. And this is actually a CCYR at the pivot. Yeah, CCYR pivot. Now to show it to you, you can just go down to the lower time frame, let's say M15. Can you see that? Wait a minute, got it. Yeah, the market has triggered the pivot 2, yeah? Okay, sorry. So now you can see the market has triggered pivot 2, opening price is here. It came down all the way, all right, to here 41,000. And now it broke down all the way to 40,000. And now this is triggered, so it's done deal, yeah? Okay, it's done deal. So for today's Bitcoin, I already tell you the downside itself could be here about 40,000 for the MLP and other miscellaneous. Then of course after that that'll be all unless we can stay above the line. Then do consider to aim for this again at 42,000. Yeah, 42,090. Yeah. Okay, so we are done on this. Okay, that is the Bitcoin. Last one is Ethereum. Ethereum also pulled back, but Ethereum is much clearer. Ethereum basically pulled back at MA30 exactly. It's coming down, so it's going to go to MLP at 26.31. Most likely it's going to go there. Now KSI is jump and no, the blue bar is retreating. Should be positive, but because maybe there's something happened that causes the market to react accordingly. Unless the market basically come back in and spy out strongly, then no choice. Yeah, but at the moment now the thing is going against it. Yeah. Okay, so for Ethereum, pretty simple. You just have to look out for the numbers I told you, 23, 26.31 or 27.21. Okay. All right, so that will be all for today. All right, let me just gently remind you, I suspected yesterday that we rebound. It really happened. Today for Dow Jones itself, watch out for this. Just to take note, just show you one last time before you go, that the Dow Jones, today the day chart itself is between the two pivots. The MAs are all above it, but then again, the MLP supporting is a bit of mixed bag at the moment. So if they go up itself to 33,506, but of course for the rest are gonna basically take note of that for the gold and crude oil market. Okay, right. That will be all for today. I hope you enjoyed this MAO itself. Thank you once again. Like I say, I'm doing all my best to give you my very best, and sincerely hope that you guys will have benefited from it. With that.